What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chaz Custom Model Cars, and I'm coming at you guys with another awesome model kit review. Yes, another model kit review, and this one is on the Revell 125th scale custom Cadillac Lowrider that I purchased off of Tower Hobbies for $19.95, which is a lot better than the $26 to $29 price tag that's out there in the hobby stores or your craft stores like Michael's or Hobby Lobby if you do find it there. Got it for $19.95 plus free shipping. It was New Year's deal thing. So like I said, you know, I don't have the money to buy model kits and all that stuff, but when I see a deal, Chazzy got to just step up and, you know, and grab that thing before he loses it. So, and I've been, you know, scoring a lot of great deals. So eBay has a lot of good deals too as well, but the shipping sometimes it jacks the price up to like $30 or something like that, and I don't think you don't want to be paying that much unless if you're a millionaire or something, you know what I mean? And some of it's price gouging too. I've seen one go for almost $200 for this one here, just one kit, this reissued. So anyways, that's eBay for you guys. You know, it's a circus on there, but so far I've haven't had any bad luck with that. But anyways, getting off subject here. So this is a very nice kit. I mean, I've built several of these, and I really appreciate the quality of this kit and everything like that. It's a very nice kit. Great for beginners, great for people getting back into the hobby, and great for us veterans too as well. So as veteran builders that's been building for a long time, if you're into Cadillac Lowriders, this is it right here. And if you're lucky enough to have scored the donk kit, you know, while it was out, which now it's like it's a rarity, you can swap out the interior. You can put the button tuck interior from that into this, which I am going to be doing because I did build up the donk version. I'm not a big fan of the suspension or whatever. So, and I'm not a big fan of what I've done to it. The build was basically, I didn't take my time with it. So I took it apart, and I will be swapping out interiors with that. And then I'll be going on to Clearly Scale and getting the LS3 motor, which is the Cadillac one, and from the Cadillac CTS, I think, and it's going to be in this one. So a lot of things going to go on, and it's going to be a lowrider too. So, but it's, you know, up to the builder's discretion of any way you want to build this. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I got to give this kit a 10. I have to give it a 10. I never had any problems. I never ran into any issues. There's not a lot of mold lines or anything like that, but it just turns out to be a very awesome build. It's an awesome kit. So if you haven't grabbed one today, hopefully this will inspire you guys to grab one and add it to your collection. I've been thinking of restoring the one that I have that's the first issued Cadillac Lowrider, or just buying me another one of these and, you know, going from there. So we'll see what happens when that time comes for it. But for now, I'm just glad I got one of these in my collection. So, but yeah, so here's the box art on this side, which is all your information about the vehicle, and there's your paint guide here and everything, and of course your barcode. And then you have your box art here, which is a really nice box art. And then you have this side here. I love the script writing as well. It fits it very perfectly. And then here you have pictures of the build-up model, of all the little details, the engine bay, the trunk that opens, the bottom of the chassis, and everything like this, and the interior shot. So very nice. Bottom of the box, more information. Just very bland, boring bottom of the box. So let's go ahead and crack this box open and share with you guys the contents. Okay, you guys, I got the box open and everything. As you can see, it's crammed with parts and everything like that. I don't know why Revell wouldn't come up with a bigger box, but it's all good. It's all in there. Bigger box would be better because you wouldn't have to, you know, risk parts getting damaged and whatever. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into this and share with you guys what's in the box. So here you have your clear parts bag. Bag number 1 of chrome. Bag number 2 of chrome. You have parts bag number 1. Parts bag number 2. Okay. You have your lowrider tires, 14 inches, 13 inches, I think. And then you have your body with more parts. Parts bag number 3. So there you go. Then you have your lowrider, your gold-plated parts here, your lowrider stuff here. And then you have your white wall inserts. And then you have your axle and screws and the pins. And last but not least, you have your instructions and your decals here. Of course, your instructions fold out like a book. I don't need to show you guys the whole inside because everybody knows what instructions look like. So here's what the instruction looks like, and of course it's got all your information regarding what the car is and all that stuff, and paint or other stuff there. I will show you that it does have paint guide here, some more information there, and then you've got the list of parts that's in your lowrider, which is pretty cool that they list it all here, so you can always use that as reference. And then in back, of course, it shows you the decal placement and everything, the finished model and all that stuff. Now, as far as the decals go, it looks really, really nice. Again, it's got the wax paper. I wish that Revell would start putting these in plastic bags, but it's all good. There's no instructions on how to apply it, so hopefully we all know how to use these. But anyway, so you got your side decals here. You got some seat inserts. You got your gauge right up in here. Let me see if my camera will focus. 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 Focus, focus, focus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Man, my camera is not working today. It's on vacation. Well, there you go. So there's your seat inserts. You got some pinstriping going on here. You got some script writing down here, and your license plate, of course. So, yep. So those are your decals. Very nicely printed, very crisp, and everything on a blue paper. So very nice. So let's go ahead and get in the slideshow and share with you guys the contents. Here we have the bag with the metal axle. You got 2 screws, which I believe goes into the rear fenders, and then you've got your axle pins here for the front wheels. So there you go. It is unfortunate they have screws, but they're hidden by the wheels, so I don't think you have much worries. And it doesn't really affect the rating of the kit anyways. Also, you get these like vinyl, I guess it is, white wall inserts that go into your tires. You have to remove these, of course, very carefully, not cut these. So there you go. And you can also opt to buy, aftermarket lowrider wheels and tires, so you don't have to rely on this kit. And here you have the little 13-inch little tires, that lowrider tires that come with this kit. Very nicely molded. I don't see a mold seam or anything wrong with these tires at all. So like the white wall inserts, they're molded very nicely. And these are hollowed vinyl, by the way. And then there's your insert to put your white wall thing there. It's a very tricky thing, but sure people will get that one. So there you go. And then you have your gold-plated parts right here, which includes your rims, your Dayton wire rims, your hydraulic pumps, which is really cool because this one also has an air pump. So, and then you have your knockoffs to go through with your wheels. So very nicely molded, not a lot of flash going on. I mean, you are going to have a little bit here and there. You got to carefully remove, but overall they're very, very nicely molded, and the pumps are very nicely detailed as well. So, and here we have your clear parts, which of course you get this one-piece window, and that could be a real pain in the butt to do, but You get some areas where for your like your headliner and stuff to paint or flock. It's got a sunroof on there, which is pretty cool. So there's the other side. It's got molded in sun visors, but you can also, you know, do your own thing if you wanted to. Of course, you got to paint this bottom part here black. I suggest acrylic colors maybe around here too as well. Acrylic colors or a marker would be, you know, suitable for that. So here's your tail lights here. You got your backup lights and you got your headlamp covers right here. You have to remove all these little dongle pieces, sand it down and all that stuff and make sure it all fits. But there you go. There's the clear parts. Okay, in this parts bag, you have your exhaust system here. You have your water pump and part of your brake system here. Hold on. You guys can see it. Part of your brake system here. You've got your oil pan with the molded in starter and oil filter. Overall, it's got very nice detail to it and everything like that, but it's very annoying that they have these little dongle things that you have to remove. So, right here too. The exhaust has a nice little indent in there, so it's pretty cool. It's easy to detail and to pick out and everything like that. It's unfortunate that all these parts are molded in, but it is what it is. It still has nice raised detail, especially for the bolts that's around it and everything like that. So, and this one too has some nice detail to it. This one's your engine parts. Now, to let you guys know, the very first issue Cadillac, these were all molded in like a silver or a grayish silver color. So it's good to see that they're molded in white. Here you have your two engine halves, your two headers, and you have your manifold with the carb and the heads already molded together, which is very unfortunate. But very nicely detailed overall. Very minimal cleanup. There's the headers. There's your engine. Again, very nice detail going on that and that side. You just got to clean up the edges and whatever, and then you're good as gold. On this parts bag, you have your pulley system, you have your radiator hose, your fan, distributor, your shocks, springs, your batteries for your pumps and stuff like that. You've got your drive shaft here, and you have your, I think this is for the steering pump, I believe it is. Other half to it, because you have the or it could be the this is the AC compressor part to it that goes up to here, because it does have the steering pump bottle here. So overall, very nicely detailed. Do have to get rid of these things again, and just very nice, very minimal cleanup. But some parts, you know, like the water pump bottle, you know, it's pretty nice that they have it molded in, but it could be a separate piece, you know what I mean? So, but overall, it's pretty nice, you know, for what it is. And then on this tree here, we have our other parts. We have our firewall, which is nicely detailed. It's got a lot of raised detailing going on there. There you have your fan shroud. It's got nice support detail there. There you have your engine brace, which you have to be very careful in removing this. It's very fragile. There's your radiator. This is the back to it. It's got nice raised detail to that, so glad they didn't leave that as a blank canvas. And then this is the front, but you will not be seeing these two injection pin marks because this fan shroud will hide it. Overall, very nice detail and minimal cleanup. Here's your front and rear suspension. I believe this is the stock suspension. Again, you got to remove that little dongle thing. Very nice detail overall, but if you wanted to have the rear end raised, you'll have to do a lot of filling in with milliput here. So that's very unfortunate. But again, a lot of nice raised detail and everything like that. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use the springs on this because you have these molded in here, unless you can remove it and do your own thing with it. Okay, on this parts bag, you have your interior stuff going on here. You have your door panels. You have your the rear of the bench seat for the front, and then you have the this is the rear seat for the back seat. Overall, very nice raised detail. I mean, very nice, very crisp. Not a lot of flash going on. Little minimal cleanup from what I could see. But there's your detail. As you can see. So that's that. This one is your floor pan with the molded in fender wells and everything like that. So this one has a lot of molded in stuff, like I don't know what this contraption is, like it's a generator or something. You get your molded in bottles here, your batteries molded in. I don't know what this is supposed to be down here, reservoir maybe. It's all molded in. But the floor pan, it's got a molded in mat there. So it's got a bunch of mounting holes in it. It's got nice carpet texture to that. So there's the bottom of your rear seat. So overall, I could say that this is very nice. You won't see a lot of the injector pin marks, so that's a good thing. Those will all be hidden. Overall, you do got to do a little minimal cleanup. You know, you might have to fill that in or remove it. It's up to you. So that's that one. And then here you have your this is for the body trim, for the lower body trim for the rocker panels. So these are really nicely molded and nicely detailed. This is for the rear bumper. These are for the sides of the car. This is for the front of the vehicle, and this is for the rear of the vehicle. So very nice, very minimal cleanup. And this one is more of your interior parts here. You have your bench seat, your dash, steering wheel, steering column, your speaker box here. What the heck are these? Oh, this is the rear deck here, and this one is your top of the dashboard here. Top of the dashboard? No, can't be. Oh yeah, it is. This piece actually goes behind here, so it gives it a nice little extension. So I guess it goes here. But as you can see, it's got really nice level of detail going on in this thing. It's got your speaker grills and your air vents. Everything is nicely detailed. I don't know if I can. There, you guys can see it. So it's got the molded in pedals. There's the seat. There's the steering column. Very nice details there. So and there's your speakers. Okay, before we get into the chrome stuff, let's go ahead and get into the body, the chassis, and a few other stuff. So here's the chassis. It's got a lot of nice raised detail. When the Cadillac first came out and I built it, it had a molded black chassis. So I'm glad to see this, that it's molded in white, which makes it easier to paint and stuff like that. So, but again, it's got a lot of nice raised detail to it. Nothing under here, of course. You have your molded in engine mounts and your upper A-arms. Overall, really nice. And this is where your screws will go, is in these little holes here to hold everything down. So there you go. And then you have your hood and your trunk. Of course, you got to remove these annoying little tabs again, very carefully. But there you go. The hood is very nice. It's very monstrous too. It's got molded in hinges already. Nice raised detail on the underside of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Very realistic looking. The back of the trunk lid also has really nice raised detail too, so you don't have to worry about doing all that. This is very nicely detailed, and it's got the molded in trunk hinges as well, so there you go. And then the body, molded very nicely. I don't see a lot of flash or anything like that, or any mold lines or whatever. I mean, there's some areas like around here that's really sharp. Not sharp, but this area needs to be sanded a little bit. So just give your body nice little rub down with some sandpaper, some 320 grit, and you'll be fine, or 400 grit, either one. But here's the body. It's really nicely molded, nicely replicated. Very big body, of course. It's got the molded in top, vinyl top with the lights on the side, and it's got the trim here, trim going all the way around. Here's the back side of it. A lot of nice mounting holes. It's already got the lip molded in here. Same with here. And then you got your windshield wipers molded in. Underside of it, you do got to get rid of some injector pin marks here and there. Well, just sanded it down a little bit so that way it doesn't have any fit issues with your one-piece window. But those won't be seen, so those will be covered up. And then, of course, you got to get rid of this one, though. That one you got to get rid of. That's a nasty one there. But overall, the body's molded very nicely, and I like this body. Moving on to your chrome bag. You get two of them, of course. I showed you guys that one. So this one has your front and rear bumper, which of course this is your rear bumper and your front bumper. Very nicely molded and chromed, but it's going to be a little tricky to get your taillight lenses in there. But overall, it should work out pretty good. You get some mounting holes for your trim and all that stuff. So, and then you do have your marker lights molded in here on the sides. But again, this is looking pretty good. So, and so here's your front bumper, very big, monstrous looking thing. On this tree, you have your headlight buckets. You have your license plates. I believe this one's for the front and this one's for the rear. And then you get two choices of grills. The custom version here, which has got the top part that's chromed, or the stock version here, which has the emblem Cadillac on there. So very, very nicely done, very nicely molded and chromed. And then in this parts tree here, you have your custom lowrider front suspension here. And again with this freaking doodad thing, my goodness. Very nicely detailed and chromed as well. There you go. Just like the stock one that was molded in white. And then here you have your wheel inserts here. You have your oil pan, or the transmission pan, your valve covers, your air filter. This one's your alternator right here, and this is one of your pumps if you choose to use this one. So very nicely detailed and molded. Don't see a lot of flash or anything. But you do have to do minimal cleanup after you remove it from the tree, of course. And you got to remove this. I know I keep pointing those out, but they're just getting annoying. But anyways, so there you go. It's even got some textures on the inside of here. So, and then last but not least, here's the rest of your chrome tree, which is all your rocker panels here. This is for the rear. This is for the sides. Your door handles here. Rear view mirror. Your emblems here. And these are your rear view mirrors. Again, very nicely molded and detailed, nicely chromed as well. So, and I always see, and I see this in all the Cadillac kits that I've built. I'm glad that they have it mounted, these parts mounted on the tree here like this, because you won't see all this, but you'll be seeing the bottom of this. So they kept it nice and clean. So that's a plus. Well, guys and gals, that concludes my model kit review on Revell's custom Cadillac Lowrider. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think, what your thoughts are, and everything like that. Does this inspire you to get one for yourself? It's a great car to have in your collection, since Cadillacs are getting to be a rarity on, the model thing. So, but anyways, so yeah, so that's about it, you guys. So like I said, it's just going to build up to be a very nice build and everything like that, which is really cool. But on to the next one. So there will be another model kit review coming. It will be on the 57 Ford Gasser. So be on the lookout for that as well after this one. So unless if I've got other videos to make in between. But so far it'll just be that one next. But anyways, you guys, so like I always say, keep your heads up no matter what through all the struggles. Keep hope, keep faith, keep up the great work, keep on building those models, keep doing what you're doing, keep up the great projects, keep having fun, keep the energy going. Keep being true to yourself, keep being true to the hobby and the art. And, don't bring your beef and your egos to the workbench. Leave those behind. And if you have people that are looking for tips or any help on how to do things or whatever, don't ignore them. Don't shine them on like a new shoe. because they're going to be there and they're going to let other people know, hey, this guy was a real, you know, a-hole, you know what I mean? So try to help them out. Try to, you know, do a lending hand. I try to do my best as much as I can. I know everybody has a busy schedule. Everybody's got work, family, everything else, but just take the time out. I mean, it doesn't hurt to take at least, you know, 1 minute of your time. You know what I mean? So anyways, you guys, until the next video, it's your boy Chaz Custom Model Cars, and I'm signing out. Peace.